Iraqi Dinar Guru Opinions September 25, 2025. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. September 25, 2025 Newshound Guru Militiaman. Why do I bring up oil and non-oil revenues? Because back in a previous era, the real value of the currency was based off oil. Now they've included all this new non-oil revenues. They've paid off debt. They've clawed back money. They're going to increase flow to Europe, though Turkey. They have about $16 trillion worth of natural resources that include phosphates, silica, gold, all these different things. Think about that when you think about a real effective exchange rate. September 25, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26. Iraq Boots on the Ground Report. Firefly. They're talking to us about lifting of the 3 zeros. Frank. Yeah, because that's how you're going to get purchasing power. That's the goal of the monetary reform. September 25, 2025 Intel Guru Bruce, via Wiser Now. We heard that Vietnam had RV their Vietnam Dong. On Monday, we know that the dinar is already revalued, even though it's not showing up on the front page of the Forex, yet it's on a back page of the Forex. It may take a little while before it makes its way to the front screen of the Forex. The dinar has been on the bank screens, and so it's obviously been traded because it's at a new value. A very good value. September 25, 2025 Intel Guru Bruce, via Wiser Now. I believe it's going to be traded even higher, and they may just literally install the rate that they want to be on the Forex, and therefore the banks will take that rate and show up on their screens and redemption center. Rates will get their version of the dinar, their version of the Vietnamese dong. The timing that we had was from a very good source, that we should be able to start setting our appointments buyer before the end of this month. These are major players that are getting this information. September 24, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26. Remember I said unfortunately for 4 years we had Biden in the White House and he just was not mentally capable of being our president. We may ask the question, why didn't we have the new exchange rate in those 4 years? It's because of who was sitting in the White House. We need the reinstatement. Iraq needs the reinstatement. But what we needed was a president. September 24, 2025 Newshound Guru Claire article quote. The Federation of Chambers of Commerce announced on Tuesday that Iraqi-Australian talks are underway to support Iraq's efforts to join the World Trade Organization. These relations will contribute to supporting Iraq's efforts to join the World Trade Organization. September 24, 2025 Newshound Guru Militiaman. The exchange regulation. There's a lot of process involved in making sure there's no ghost employees, there's no corruption, there's not fraud, all of that stuff. We're at the stage where I believe completing all those procedures. In other words, they're gearing up for an event. September 24, 2025 Newshound. Intel Guru walking stick capitalization is what Iraq is seeking. It's going down against the dollar. That is the goal in order to add purchasing power to the Iraqi dinar. Remember, when the time comes for a new exchange rate, it's a simple flip of the switch because it is now digital. September 24, 2025 Newshound Guru Pimpy. I'm crossing my fingers for it to happen the way we all hope it happens, and they leave the zeros on there and we walk away with a pretty good payday. Either way I make money if they delete the zeros or don't. I'm in the same boat as you guys. Some text goes here 1.14? It would be at $1, but there's talk it may come out at the float. Just a little over $1 because they're not going to be pegged to the American dollar. September 24, 2025 Newshound Guru Claire article. The Federal Council of Ministers votes on the tripartite agreement with Kurdistan and oil companies and approves the disbursement of salaries. Quote. The Iraqi Council of Ministers, headed by Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, held a meeting on Tuesday and voted by a majority of those present to ratify the tripartite agreement between the Kurdistan region, the federal government, and the region's oil extraction companies, a Kurdistan 24 correspondent in Baghdad reported. September 24, 2025 Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z, via PDK, article. Kurdistan Natural Resources. We have fulfilled our oil commitments and are awaiting Baghdad's signatures. They need that final signature so they can start exporting oil. I believe they have now signed off, and most of the HCL has been signed off. I was told shortly after the entire HCL is passed, we would go. September 24, 2025 Newshound Guru Sandy Ingram. We know they overprinted the new currency you are holding right now. If you're holding the currency with Saddam's face on it, it still may be worth a little but only. As a collector's item, the currency they are using in the country today in Iraq, we're all hoping the currency will adjust to a higher rate. Many others are saying it will be $1, $2 or $3 to 1 dinar. We have continually said, it probably will be 10, 20, 25, maybe 50 cents, but that doesn't mean that once it kicks off that it won't rise even higher because of global investors. September 24, 2025 Newshound Guru Militiaman Interconnectivity. I believe it's going to be digitally done, and I think it's going to be done with new technologies. I also think it's going to be done with a new exchange rate. Fundamentally supported by a real effective exchange rate that's based off real fundamentals of the country. September 24, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26 article. Deleting 3 zeros from the dinar. Citizens' concerns. And experts' warnings, they tell you because it is done. That first sentence right there, flat out lies. There are no concerns with the citizens about raising the value of their currency. They demand it. Why would they say such a thing? To educate. This is Azraflak with gold trimming. This article is educating the citizens that look, you're about to get your purchasing power, get your ass ready because we are about to give it to you, and those of you who don't want to cooperate with this, it's going to go bad for you. September 24, 2025 Newshound Guru Claire article. Deleting 3 zeros from the dinar. Citizens' concerns and experts. Warnings quote. Talk of the possibility of removing 3 zeros from the Iraqi currency has raised concerns among a wide segment of citizens and economists alike, amid questions about the national economy's readiness and families' ability to withstand the shock of a currency change, given insufficient salaries and unfulfilled reform requirements. September 24, 2025 Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z, via PDK, article. Banks are expanding and the numbers are jumping 1,400%. 5.6 million cards depicting Iraq's financial revolution. These are things they said that had to be done to support lifting the purchasing power of the dinar. September 24, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru MNT Goat article. E-payments shift marks new era, Iraqi PM advisor says. Quote, Shafaq News, Baghdad. Iraq will phase out cash payments in all government institutions and public facilities by July 2026. We at least now have a window of certainty, a back wall that the CBI itself has told us. It is July 2026. I talked to my contact in the CBI about this announcement and its significance. I am being told that they would like to have already completed much of the collection process of billions of these 3-0 notes by July 2026 from us investors. Of course, this could only happen when the rate of the dinar rises significantly and is relisted on Forex. This would give Iraq a 5 to 6 month window to collect them. If we backtrack, that put us in January for a reinstatement. September 24, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru MNT Goat. I say January for many reasons. First, it is what I was told about a month ago to look for in that month of a reinstatement, but only if Iraq completes their mandated key issues on time. Next, I was told to watch for the beginning of the redenomination process of the dinar, and finally the full accession announcement of Iraq to the World Trade Organization, WTO. These would be signs to us we are heading directly into the storm for January. Yes, a storm of wealth? Wow. Of course, my contact would not commit to a firm January date, but the prospects of this coming January are looking mighty good and multiple events are lining up along with it. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon.
Source: IraqiDinarChat.net